Alright, so today we are doing solving equations using the distributive property continued, or part B. You need to remember that all your solving equations notes need to be kept together and that you can use them on the test. So this is benefiting you. So today's title should be Solving Equations, Distributive Property Continued, or Part B, whichever one you want to title it. And it should go with what we took yesterday, basically Part A. So our first examples are here. Example 1, we have a -4. We're going to distribute that -4 to this y plus 5. So let's go ahead and do that. -4 times y is going to get us -4y. -4 times 5 is going to get us, a positive 5 is going to get us a -20. Now that's it for the distributive property, and we're just going to rewrite the rest of this down. Now what do? Well, now we do what we did on Monday's notes. We want to combine like terms. What are my like terms? My like terms are positive 9y and negative 4y. If we combine those, we get a 5y. We bring down our -20, and that equals 40. And now what do we have? Well, we have a two-step equation. So we add 20 to both sides. This cancels. We get 5y equals 60. We divide both sides by 5. And we get y equals 12. All right, now remember, all these examples are on your worksheet. They'll have little stars next to them, just like that. All right, let's look at example number 2. Example number 2 is really similar to example number 1 up here, except notice on the inside of the parentheses this was a plus. The only difference on the inside of your parentheses down here, we have a negative. So we still have a -3. We're first going to distribute -3 to m, which gives us -3m. Remember, that just means multiply them. Then we distribute -3 to -2, and we get a positive 6, because a -3 times a -2 is positive 6. So both of those together is going to give us the positive 6. Now we rewrite the rest of the problem. We still have a 10 out here, and we have an equals 8 out here. Now again, we combine like terms. So what are my like terms here? My like terms here are positive 6 and a positive 10. And we know 6 plus 10 is going to give us 16 minus 3m. Just bring that down, equals 8. So now we have a two-step equation. Once again, we minus 16 from both sides. A positive 8 subtracted by a -6 or minus 16 is going to give us -8 equals -3m. We divide both sides by -3. And notice here how we get a 1, as always. So we have m over here. Now you might be thinking 8 over 3. Well, that might be wrong because it's not a whole number, but it's okay. We can have it be a fraction. Now, since we have two negatives, we know our answer is going to be positive. 3 goes into 8 2 times, with how many remaining? 2 over 3 remaining. So the answer is m equals 2 2/3, positive. All right, example 3. Example 3, you might be thinking, what's up with this example? Because there's just this negative sign here and there's nothing there. Well, this is just like having a -1 out front, or distributing a negative. So we're going to go ahead and do that. A -1 times a positive 4 is going to give us -4. A -1 times a -5d is going to get us positive 5d. So let's review. This right here is a -1. When there's nothing written there, when it's just a negative there, we can pretend that there's this one here. It's an invisible 1. So negative times a positive is a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive. All right, so now we rewrite the rest of our problem. Equals -67, and this is 16d. Now we combine like terms, so we combine 16D and 5D, and we get, what is that, 21D minus 4 equals negative 67. So now we yet again have a two-step equation. So what do? We plus 4 to both sides, plus 4 to both sides. We get 21D equals, now be careful here, negative 67 plus 4 is going to get us a negative 63. Don't add those together. It's not going to be negative 71. It will be negative 63. So now we divide both sides by 21, divide by 21, and we get D equals negative 3. It's negative because it's a negative divided by a positive. So D equals negative 3. All right, now for the U tries. Let's hope that all of these are correct. So A says 7y minus 2 times y plus 3 equals 19. B is 20 minus 3 times m minus 6 equals 8. C is 18d minus 5 minus 4d, times, remember right here, what goes right here, remember, equals negative 49. So try them, and I'll pause and I'll give you the answers. All right, so there are the answers for A, y equals 5, B, m equals 10, C, d equals negative 2. So if you need help on those, please go back and watch the video. Now for some more examples. These examples aren't going to have U-tries on them because they're pretty difficult. They use fractions that are not easy to work with. So same thing though, example 4, we have 2/7 times 4m minus 18 equals 12. So this 2/7 we still distribute it just as we would any other number. So 2/7, remember when we multiply fractions, it's just like saying 2 over 7 times 4 over 1. Now that's going to get us this one right here. So 2 over 7 times 4, or 4 over 1, which is going to give us 2 times 4 is 8. 7 times 1 is 7. So that's 8/7. And that's like a really weird fraction. So 8/7 m. All right, now I'm going to do the next one in blue. So this time 2/7 times 18. So we have 2 over 7 times, negative 18 over 1. So 2 times 18, negative 18 is going to give us a negative 36 over 7 times 1, which is 7, and that equals 12. So now we still do have a two-step equation. It's just kind of a weird two-step equation because it has these fractions in it. So what we're going to do is change some of these fractions around. We're going to keep 8 over 7m, but we're going to change 36 over 7 to 5 and 1/6, or 1/7, because 7 goes into 36 5 and 1/7 time. That equals 12. So now, of course, we want to minus 5 and 1/7 from both sides. Oh, is it minus? No, we want to add it to both sides. This is supposed to be negative. So we want to add 5 and 1/7 to both sides. So we get 8 over 7m equals 17 and 1/7. Well, now, we've never seen fractions like this. So what you need to know about these is you multiply each side by the reciprocal. Now, if 8 over 7 is on one side, what you're going to multiply by is the reciprocal. You just flip them over, 7 over 8. So 7 over 8 to both sides, multiply by 7 over 8 to both sides, and you get m left on this side because these cancel. And what do you get left on this side? You get 17 and 1/7 times 7 over 8. Now that is a difficult problem. We'll know that 17 and 1/7 is equal to 120 over 7. That's times 7 over 8. So what do we do now? We can cancel these out. We get m equals 120 over 8. And 8 goes into 120 exactly 15 times. So our final answer for that doozy is m equals 15. All right, example number 5. This is just like number 15 on tonight's worksheet. We are giving you the answer to this. This is x equals negative 28 and 1/2. The reason we're doing this is because we've shown you on with fractions. Now, this I don't want to put you guys in way over your head, but I want you to be able to fix that. I want you to be able to do the puzzle. So for number 15, make a little note, x equals negative 28.5. All right, last one, example number 7, says the Big Screamer coaster carries 92 people altogether. Some of its cars carry 4 passengers, and the rest carry 6 passengers. There are 3 less 6-passenger cars than 4-passenger cars. How many 4-passenger cars are there? Well, this is just like a guess and check problem. So let's set up a chart. We have 92 people total. Some of its cars carry 4 passengers. Some of its cars carry 6 passengers. There are 3 less 6-passenger cars than 4-passenger cars. So we'll call this X. There are 3 less 6-passenger cars than 4-passenger cars, so that will be X minus 3. How many 4-passenger cars are there? So this is 4X, this is 6 times X minus 3, and there's 92 people total. So when we add up these two columns, we need to get 92. So let's start guessing some things. Let's just do 10. 10 for X. So 4 times 10. And then over here, this would be 6 times 7. So this would be 40 plus 42. Oh, we're so close. That's 82. So we're too low. Why don't we try 11? 11. Let's try 11. 4 times 11. And we have 6 times 11 minus 3 is 8. So that'd be 44 plus 6 times 8 is 48. Does that equal 92? I believe it does. 92. Yay. So our answer to this question would be there are 11 4-passenger. I'm just going to write 4-pass. And how many 6-passenger? That would give us 8 6-passenger cars. All right. So go ahead and start your assignment number 43.